Hello everyone, welcome, thank you for joining. My name is Carter Mcgowan. I am a teacher here at Approach in Marlborough, and I'm really looking forward to working with you guys today. This is great. This is my first time hosting a free English conversation class, and I think we have a pretty good topic for everybody today. Go up here. Oh, perfect. Sorry, it'll take me a minute to get into the swing of things. So, for everybody at home watching on YouTube, if you would like to, please scan this QR code so I can talk to you today, right over here to the right. And yeah, we can get started very soon. We have Luan, Omar, Yogesh, Michaela. Hello, everyone.
Hello, teacher.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Hello, teacher. I'm very good.
Very good. Wow.
How are you, teacher?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today? Really cool.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Sorry, one more time?
Good afternoon, teacher.
Oh, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow. A lot of people. I would like to introduce today's topic. And I think it's a good one. And today, it will rely on each of us on Zoom to join me in a conversation as we reflect on today's topic, advice to your former self. Excellent. So, I would like to start off today very light, and we will talk about a quote. I love looking for quotes whenever I have to teach a topic. A quote is always a great way to tie in the information. And today, we have a quote from a famous author, Ernest Hemingway. The quote reads, "There is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility is being superior to your former self." And in plain English, because Ernest Hemingway, he was a very talented, very wise man. In plain English, what this quote is saying is that in order to improve upon ourselves, we can't compare ourselves with everybody around us. The quote reads, "There's nothing noble in being superior to your fellow man," meaning your friends, those around you, maybe workers, colleagues. And we'll talk a little bit about the term noble. What does it mean? And especially in this quote, the term noble, it reads, having or showing fine personal qualities or high moral principles. Today's main point, which we'll be talking about, is that we need to focus on ourselves and we shouldn't be comparing ourselves to others. Okay. Before we really hop into today's discussion, I have a few phrases that we will likely be referring to throughout the slides. Because we are reflecting and thinking about our past, we have a few very helpful phrases to get us started. I should have. We're thinking about the past. And if we were to offer advice to our younger selves, I'm sure we can come up with a lot of really good ideas and helpful information. As an example, for me, if I'm thinking about my past, maybe I can say, I should have tried harder in school. If I could go back in time, let's see, we can talk about school, absolutely. If I were to go back in time, maybe I would have tried a little bit harder to focus on my communication skills. I wish I had. Back then, I didn't realize. And one thing I regret. If we look over to our friends on Zoom, I'm sure that each one of us, we have lived a very long, fulfilling life, and I'm sure that we have some information that we know today that would be very helpful if we could go back in time to share it with our younger selves. So today we will be talking about 5 questions, and these questions will require us to critically think and really reflect on our long lives and all of the accomplishments we have made along the way. Today's first question: what is something you wish you had done earlier in life? Myself, I have a whole lot of ideas that I'm happy to share, but I'd like for us to take a few seconds and really reflect on this question, and hopefully we can be willing to share with each other. What is something you wish you had done earlier in life? Would anybody from Zoom like to share any ideas? Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I wanna travel inshallah. Yani, I wanna go back to the past and travel earlier because of that thing is very important.
Excellent. Travel, it's such a great activity. Traveling, it's a lot more than just, visiting new places and having a good time. But travel, it allows us to really experience the world and be exposed to different cultures. I would agree with you. If I could go back in time, I would also tell my younger self, hey, keep in mind, traveling, it's more than just having fun. We have so much to learn and appreciate from the places around us. That's really good. Thank you. Would anybody else like to share an idea that we came up with?
From my childhood, I was watching a driver, my dad's car, and now I drive it.
Sorry, could you repeat that one more time, please?
We have a car, okay?
A
my
car.
dad's car. So yeah, from my childhood, I was wishing to drive it. So now I can't drive it.
Oh, wow. So all the way back.
Yeah, my dad teach me the driving.
Oh, that's really special. That's a nice moment. Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you for sharing. Something you've done earlier in life. Okay. Would anybody else like to share an idea, maybe something you wish you had done earlier in life?
Well, in my case, if I could go back, I tried to take ballet classes because when I was a child, I think I need to be teen with without glasses and more tall. But in this moment, I think it's not necessary to be teen or taller and have the inspiration. I
Wow,
think.
that's incredible. Especially being a child and back when we were younger, there are so many expectations all around us in society, maybe what our friends think, and oftentimes when we're young, we're focused more on, like what we talked about, maybe fitting in and trying to make friends and maybe not, being true to yourself. That's a really great thing to talk about. I appreciate that, Luan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So I would like, oh, we have a hand? Absolutely. Caesar. Oh, Caesar, you are on mute.
Are you listening right now?
Yes, we can hear you.
I wish I had invested in Bitcoin.
Caesar, I'm with you. Absolutely. That's really funny. Maybe in the future we can talk a little bit more about finances or missed opportunity. Bitcoin, I agree with you. That's really nice you bring that up. I appreciate it. Awesome. So guys, personally, for me, and to tell you a little bit about myself, because it is my first time talking to everybody here. Again, my name is Carter. I was born in the United States, and I grew up in a state up north called Massachusetts. And for me, growing up was maybe a little bit difficult in some areas. And for something I wish I would have done earlier in life, I took some time to think about it and reflect. And I wish I had learned how to manage stress better when I was a child and still growing up. Stress, it builds on top of itself. And if we feel very stressed out, it can impact our sleep, our happiness, our emotional state, maybe how quickly we get upset or angry. And for me, if I could go back in time, I would really like to focus on ways to manage stress. Being an adult and having a job, it's really difficult to get away from stress. So it's a really good thing to learn how to live with. Now I understand the importance of mental health as an adult. And today, I do things like listening to music, maybe my favorite TV show when I have time, and it helps me reduce my stress and become calm. So thank you guys for sharing. I really appreciate it. And we'll go into our second question. And we don't need to get too personal, but I think it's more important that we take time to reflect on this question. What's one mistake that you made that taught you a very big lesson? And I have to point out another quote because I love it. Don't waste a good mistake. Learn from it. That's how people get better. Nobody goes through life perfectly. We all make mistakes, but it's all about how we learn from the event and make sure it doesn't happen again in the future. So let's take a moment and think about the question, what's one mistake you made that taught you a very big or valuable lesson? And when we're ready, we can open it up to the Zoom. And it's a tricky one. I can go first, if that makes it a little bit easier. All right. For me, personally, if I were to give advice to my former self, I would really try and work on the idea that one mistake I made was ignoring my passions and being intimidated of failure. It took me a while to understand that life is all about trying new things and taking risks. As a child, as a teenager growing up, I was very, very afraid of failing. And that limited what I thought I could do with my life. Whether it was in school, with an exam, the idea of failing, it would keep me up at night. And it can add a lot of stress, like what we talked about on that last slide. So, for me, failure was really a big thing that was holding me back. Would anybody else like to share a little bit of something personal about them?
Well, in my case, one mistake I made was don't follow my dreams. In the past, I don't follow my dreams because some people told me you don't have the, the necessary. You are small, you are bad, you are not beautiful, and I believe that. In that moment, I don't believe in on me. In this moment, I think this is my bad mistake. And now I don't believe in anybody with bad feelings. Now I believe in persons trust me and I trust myself. I think it's important to trust myself.
Wow, that's incredible, Luan. I appreciate that. Trust in yourself. It's such a powerful tool once we begin believing in it. Each one of us, we all have talents. We're good at things that other people aren't, and that's okay. And we're also bad at things that other people are good at. If you believe that you have a talent, act on it. Everybody's unique, and you have a skill set that, if it can make you happy, absolutely work towards it. Don't care what other people are saying. That's a really important topic. I appreciate that, Luan. Thank you. Awesome.
I think my mistake, it was, I'm from Egypt, okay? So our economic now in Egypt is so bad. So my mistake was I didn't invest in anything like gold, stocks, anything in the past, like 2010, 2011, in this period.
Okay.
Was the economic was good.
Cool. I like we're getting a few topics about finance, two topics of investing. We talked about Bitcoin, investing. My advice to you, because myself, I love studying exactly what you're talking about, the market and finance, and that's a tough feeling. Maybe when you feel like you missed a great opportunity in the market. But there's one thing that I have learned from my time reading and researching, learning from a lot of really smart people like Warren Buffett. And actually, we'll talk about Warren Buffett later on today for a quick moment. And I would say that patience is key with the market. I feel the same way when we talked about Bitcoin. But I would say that there's always opportunity in the future, and we can learn from the missed opportunities from the past. So I appreciate you sharing that, and that's really cool that you live in Egypt. I would love to visit there one day.
You're welcome anytime.
Sorry, one more time?
You're welcome anytime.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Cool. Okay, would anybody else like to share one mistake that we made in the past that taught us a big lesson. Excellent. Thank you, Caesar.
Yes, one mistake I made was going into an exam without studying.
I think we've all been there. Um, I certainly have made that mistake as well. Yes, absolutely. Sometimes we feel as if we're ready or like we can do good. But if we work a little bit harder, we can make sure that we do great. I'm sure every student can share the same experience with Caesar and myself. We need to prepare ourselves today to be ready for the future. And that's awesome. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Cool. Yogesh, thank you.
Okay, so I want to share that one mistake I made was I was easily available for people like to whom I feel like they need me, or like they are in some trouble and they might feel to have someone where they can share their problem with someone. So I was the one who used to be available most of the time. I will not lie, but every time for the people I used to love and I used to care. But over the time, I realized the thing which is available easily and freely, people don't value that much. So, the mistake I made was this mistake, and now I have fixed that. But that I am not available that much. But it depends, like it depends upon the situation, like other people in situation. First I go through the situation and then I decide like I have to be available or not. But I realize over the time like people don't value that thing easily.
Wow, really awesome. Thank you for sharing. The idea of being able to open up to people and have somebody close that you can talk to and trust, and having that influence in our life, it can absolutely make things a lot easier later on. Yogesh, where are you from?
So I am from India.
Very cool. I love your background.
No, it's a background from Taiwan. Oh,
What?
not Taiwan, Vietnam.
Cool. Oh, wow. I would also love to travel to India one day. I have a lot of places I would love to go to. Thank you.
You should come in winters, not in summers. Like it's very hot these days.
Okay. Too hot.
Yeah, yeah, it's too hot.
Wow. Right
You are
now,
welcome.
yeah. Where I am today in Massachusetts, we're just getting out of winter time. A lot of snow, freezing weather. Maybe a trip to
Yes.
India would be pretty nice. Get some nice weather.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Yogesh. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys, we have our third question. What advice would you give your younger self about school, friends, or family? These are three very important subjects, especially for children. As a kid, our entire life revolves around school, our friends, and of course our family. So being an adult today and having all the experience that you've gained throughout your life, what's one thing that you could tell a younger version of you as it relates to school, friends, or family? Awesome, we have some hands.
Learning.
Let's see. Tharwat. Could we please start with Tharwat
Yeah,
to share?
hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I wanna say that to my younger self in the past, if you want to do something, just go and do it without any thinking. Just go and try it. Just go and do it. And then, and live your day to the fullest. Live it at all. Do everything that you want. Study. Have fun. Go out. Enjoy life. And don't forget lying at the end. Actually, I'm an Egyptian also, and I want to tell you that Egypt is a must visit place. It's gonna be a different experience from any other country in the world, and that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I love the energy and the passion behind what you're saying. If you want to do something, go out and try it. Most of the time, we are the only ones holding ourselves back from really taking advantage of a good opportunity. Having trust and faith that we're ready and we're able to take on the challenge, that's really the big part of it. And I love the energy, the attitude. I'm with you. If I could tell my younger self really one good piece of advice too, it would be just that. Take risks. Life is fun. It's all about trying new things. And of course, you only live once. So make the most of it. Have a good time, stay safe. But of course, I agree with you, and I really appreciate you sharing. Egypt, absolutely. It's on my bucket list. I will travel. Thank you very much. Do we have Martina? Would you like to share?
My youngest is just to believe for her passion, goal, and vision. So without believing
Awesome. Thank you, Martina. I apologize. The audio was not very clear, but I did hear the beginning of her message. She talked about religion and faith. And for many people, religion, it's such a very positive influence. When we talk about maybe doubting ourselves, if we have faith and we're able to connect in some way, shape, or form, it can really help us build confidence too. And confidence, that's one of those words that absolutely holds people back as well. For me, when I talked about one thing that I used to be afraid of, it was failure. And that stemmed from not having confidence. And a lot of people, they find confidence, they find happiness and fulfillment through religion. So I really appreciate that, Martina. That's a really interesting topic. Thank you. Jose, would you like to share, please?
Hi, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
For me, one thing I advice I would give me younger self. I can say for my family, always keep family close. Uh, make a lot of friends during you try to know different in class, in school, in your in your jobs. You try to make friends. Um, study, make get a profession, make a degree. So and learn a trade. Another thing that I consider is learn another many language or another language that not only the first or the native language. And I consider it to be uh, always be young, humble, and enjoy your life, in your life, and seek God.
Wow, I love that response. I agree with so much of it. Um, wow, and could you please remind me, where are you from, Jose?
Was mute. Okay, I
Oh,
am from Dominican Republic.
oh, very cool.
Yes,
Thank you.
but I live in U.S. I live in New York now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. The big city, the Big Apple.
Yes, the Big Apple.
Awesome. I really love the idea of keeping friends close, focusing on family, absolutely. You discussed a little bit about religion too, and everything you talked about, I'm sure that many of us, we feel very similar. Um, and I really appreciate you sharing that, Jose or Jose?
Is Latin, maybe Jose is in Spanish. Maybe in English is Jose.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome. Um, Diana or Diana, would you like to share, please?
Yes, hi there.
Hello.
I have a daughter who is 5 years old, and I maybe would like to give her an advice about studying. So I just want to tell her that she has to choose a career
Mhm.
for something that she really likes to do, something that she's going to enjoy when she's going to be at work, because I think that people who doesn't do the things that they really like or love, uh, they don't enjoy their life, their jobs, and could be a problem at the end of the day. Thank you.
No, thank you. Diana, I could not agree more with you. Especially as a parent, as a mother, a father, that's really good advice. Especially living in a world where a lot of people, they're more worried about money, and sometimes when we go to look for a job, we would rather have more money than have a job that makes us happy. And to share a little bit about myself, um, I'm a teacher, an English teacher right now at Approach. But when I went to college, I got a business degree. And upon graduating, I worked a little bit with business, but I felt like I really enjoyed being in a classroom and teaching. So I'm with you. It's great advice. And it's important to remember, too, that when we're at work, we will be there for many, many, many years until retirement. So we need to take the time, find something that truly makes us happy, and the money will come. If we work hard, if we're good at our job, we stay happy, the money will follow. That's fantastic advice, and thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Cool. Yogesh, do you have a hand up?
So, um, one advice I would give to my younger self is that um, I should not be afraid of doing something because I was having a stage fear. Because due to this, I was not able to perform in various extracurricular activities like we used to have in our schools. Like they used to perform on, like they used to ask us to uh, and to sing or participate in some kind of activities like drawing activities or making a poster or going to stage and giving deliveries about like news delivery or thought delivery, like something like that. But due to my stage fear, I was not um, making myself um, what do I say? Like, feel I cannot motivate myself that I should go to the stage and um, face so many people and students and my friend, and I was not able to achieve so many things, and because of my younger self, due to my um, due to my um, how do I say, like, I was not able to do these things. This also impacts my elder life as well. I still don't have any kind of extracurricular activities or achievement to write on resume, and I also don't have that much fear, like that much of courage to give answer properly to, like, if I face certain questions. So these things is really problematic in me still. I'm still fighting with it. So this is the advice I would give to my younger self.
Thank you very much, Yogesh. I could not be more happy with your response too. And look at you today. You recognized, you talked about having stage fright, being really good at something, but lacking the courage or the feeling to show the world about it. But you're working on it, and you're here today. You just shared your story, and you're actively working on getting better. You're doing everything right. The confidence, it takes time. It takes a lot of time to build up, and with stage fright, the only way to get better and feel more comfortable is to keep trying. And it might not sound like great advice, but I do promise we can learn so much just from trying again and again, learning from when things don't go right, and of course, learning from when we succeed. I think you're doing everything right today, and we're very happy to have you here. Thank you,
Thank you,
Yogesh.
sir,
Oh,
for this kind words. I would really be working on this, and I will come out soon.
that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you,
Nice.
sir.
We have a time? Okay. Okay, guys, I would like to go towards our fourth question for today. Oh, sorry, I forgot to share my response to this question, what advice I would give my younger self about school, friends, and family. And after some reflection, of course, don't stress so much about getting perfect grades. School can be very competitive, and sometimes when you're with your friends, they will be better at a certain subject, and that can be a little bit frustrating. What I've learned over time, don't worry about being perfect because nobody is. But if we keep working towards trying to be the best version of ourselves, that's the best thing you can do. So it's not just memorizing when it comes to education too. We need to teach our brains how to learn, not what to learn. Okay, our fourth question. I hope, maybe, some people might recognize who this man is on the right side of the screen. If we don't, it's okay. But for the next prompt, again, what's one thing you're proud of? After talking about trying to give advice, we did focus on maybe mistakes or areas that we can improve. But we definitely also need to consider, what are you proud of most today? Could I please have a volunteer? Try and share one thing that you're very proud of today. Tharwat, would you like to share?
It's not one specific thing. Yeah, I would like to say. It's not one specific thing, but I'm very, very proud of never give up, of keep trying, and not being afraid of from failure. That's a normal thing. All of us are learning. There is no one born in this world who can walk. All of us born children, then trying to I don't know the definition or the specific word or the meaning, but trying to walk and then we are trying and failed, but it worked. We all can walk and can run faster now. So no one is perfect. All of us are normal people. So that's it.
I love the analogy. We're saying that nobody is born able to walk. And to break that down, it shows that even the brightest, or maybe if we talk about sports, the best athletes, the best musicians, they also had to learn how to play their instrument. They had to learn how to hit a baseball. I love the analogy, and I agree with you. I think that's a really good reflection. Thank you. Jose, you have your hand up. Would you like to share one thing that you are very proud of?
Yes. In my case, I feel very proud of my life with my family. Uh, so, in my decision for my degree, I decided to study in the past. So, I feel very proud with my life. Yeah, in general.
Excellent. Thank you. Earning a degree, that's tough work. It's such a huge commitment. And you made it. You earned your degree. You should absolutely be proud of that. And your family. Family is very important, and it's always good to reflect on how proud we are of those around us too. Thank you. That's great. Afitia? Sorry, I'm having a little bit trouble reading your name on Zoom, but
Speak, I can talk.
so can you please share one thing that you are really proud of?
I get my degree in my 49 years old. Well, I thought I won't be able to get it, to achieve it, because most of my friends is half my age. But thank God I can do it. I pursue my passion.
You pursued your passion.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you very much. That's
I love
incredible. She pursued her passion. And that's really the thing you can be most proud of in life. You have a gift, you have a goal, you worked, and you achieved it. And I really appreciate you sharing. That's absolutely reason to be proud. To go back, I would like to tell you guys, we don't have time today to talk too much about who this is. But this man right here, his name is Mr. Rogers. And he had a children's television show in the United States from the 1960s all the way to the early 2000s. And what Mr. Rogers did is he had a show where he would talk to children, and he would end every single show saying how proud he is of all the children watching his episode. And it's very important to take time, of course, to reflect, but also think about yourself and how far you've made it. We all have a lot of reasons to be very proud. And I really do appreciate everybody here sharing. It's a great topic, and I hope it inspires us to keep talking, keep trying, and do things that make us proud. This is the final conversation point that we'll have today, and then I have something a little bit unique for you after. For this activity, I need you to please finish the sentence. Dear younger me, I wish you had known blank. I wish you had known blank. And it's a little bit of a difficult question. We have so much to think about from our past. So we can take a few seconds, maybe try and come up with an idea. One final message. Dear younger me, I wish you had known. And to give you guys an idea, I can go first. I would be happy to share with you. Dear younger me, I wish you had known that it's okay to not have all the answers. Life has a funny way of guiding you. Stress is such a crucial part of everybody's life, and sometimes if we don't know what tomorrow will bring, the stress can add up. For me, it's okay to not have the answers. Life is all about living in the moment, and oftentimes opportunity, it will happen if we're just going about our day, we're trying hard, we're staying productive. It'll work out for everybody. Life has a funny way of guiding you. Diana, would you like to share?
Yes, I want to complete the sentence saying that when you grow up and be an adult, maybe some things would be a little difficult, and you are gonna live so far away from your parents, but you are going to find a way to feel happy with your family, and everybody's gonna be okay.
I love that. Absolutely. One of those realities of life, we will get to a point where we need to be a little bit far away from our family, our friends, and I like the idea how you reflected on that too. That's very important, and I think that's a great response. Thank you, Diana. Omar, would you like to share?
I will say, dear younger me, I wish you had known that patient and keep learning you will make will make anything you wish.
I think that's awesome. Patience. Patience is key in many aspects of life. And even for those investors we have on Zoom, patience. Take a breath. Opportunity, it's all around us. Sometimes when we try to rush, we try and do things too quickly, we can lose track of what's truly valuable to us. I really do appreciate that. Opportunity. It's a great word to have, and we'll come back to opportunity and patience in a couple minutes. So thank you. We have Rosa. Would you like to share, please?
Hello.
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 We can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay. I would say, dear younger me, I would wish to sometimes have say no and know my limit. I should say no sometimes, and sometimes I should pass some limit.
Catch that.
I would like to share with you.
The audio is a tiny bit fuzzy. So I heard that sometimes you wish you had...
Pass my limit, some limit.
Oh,
Some limit. Now this not okay?
to push yourself past your limit, to...
Yes, some limit. And sometimes to say no to things that occur.
I think that's very, very important that you brought that up. It's okay to say no. And before, what you were talking about, tell your younger self to push yourself beyond your limit. That's how we grow as people, as students. And to go back, was that? Okay, sorry. It's okay to say no, and it's a pretty difficult thing to do. Many people would consider themselves a people pleaser. If you need my help, I'm there to help you. But sometimes we don't have the time throughout our day to help others, and we have things that we need to do, and we have priorities that they come first. It's a great skill to have, learning how to say no respectfully. So I think that's awesome, and I'm really happy you brought that up. Thank you, Rosa. Cool. We have Luan. Would you like to share, please?
Yes, in my case, is dear younger me. I believe you have to know exist person in this world. They are bad and good persons. And do you only listen the good person because they are to your family, they are your real friends, and do you need to understand you are valued? Always follow your dream and don't believe with the bad person.
I love it. Follow your dreams, understand your values and your moral compass. That's your roadmap throughout life. And the sooner we're able to recognize who we are, what we appreciate, what we value, it'll make our journey to finding success a lot smoother. I think that's awesome, and I really appreciate you sharing that.
Thank you.
Really cool. Let's do one more person. We'll do Jia.
Yeah, teacher. I think I want to tell my younger self, yeah, you need to early study English because one day maybe you can go to American. For example, now I live in Boston, but when I was a teenager, I wasn't study English. In my country, in China, English is everyone's second language, but me is a normal culture student because I was a professional sport woman. So I never studied English, but now I think I have a bad memory. But when I was a teenager, maybe my brain very smart. When I was a teenager, study English maybe it's very good. I want to one day I can change to English speaker. So I think I need very hard working, hard study. Thank you.
Thank you. Your English sounds very good.
Oh no, sorry, teacher. I just understand a little word. So sorry.
No, it sounds great. Thank you very much.
I'm a poetry student.
Perfect. We love that. Personally, I have tried to learn new languages too, and I was unable to. I really struggled with learning new language. So I respect each and every one of you guys for trying really hard to learn English. It's not easy, the English language, but you're all taking the right steps, you're working towards your skills, and you're sounding better. That's incredible. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay, guys, I wanted to wrap up today, and I was happy to hear we had a few people talk about Bitcoin, talk about gold. I think that's funny. I have a quick real-life example, and we'll be talking about a man named Warren Buffett. Very well. Do we know Warren Buffett? Have we heard this name before?
Yes.
Very cool. So, we can learn a lot from this man, but one of the big things is patience. The idea that you believe you're doing the right thing. And it might take a really long time to see the results, but if you keep trying, you keep working, time will go on and you will be very successful. Warren Buffett, he is an investor, a very, very wealthy man worth over $100 billion. And the way he made his money, I would compare that to students trying to learn a new language. It takes time, but effort and consistency, it builds on itself, and you'll be there before you know it. And just a way to wrap up today, I think this is cool, but Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest people on earth, 90% of his money, it came after he was 60 years old. Consistency and patience are critical for personal growth. And we look at Warren Buffett, and we don't need to look at, the numbers. If you would like to, sure. But the idea, we're doing the right thing. We're trying hard every day. We are pursuing. We're remaining consistent. And consistency, it pays off. It pays off for everybody. So I think that's a really nice way to tie this all together. I do apologize if there was anybody I was not able to speak to today. I will talk to each and every one of you more in the future. Would anybody like to share if we have any closing thoughts? Anything we would like to say?
Yes, teacher. About the Warren Buffett, and I agree, the patience is very necessary to investment. And I think that we have a good opportunity at this moment in the American marketing with this high volatility. I think that it is a good moment to invest in US.
Wow. Caesar, I would love to talk to you more. I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome.
Sumit says it was a great
Yeah,
class.
can I
Awesome. I
ask
appreciate
you
it.
something?
Absolutely.
You said about your favorite TV show or something. Can you tell us about it?
Your favorite TV show?
Oh, my favorite TV show.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I have a couple. When I want to laugh, when I want to focus and
Don't
relax.
say Friends. Don't say Friends because I don't like it.
Don't worry. Funny enough, I have never watched all of Friends. I've maybe seen 5 episodes.
Yeah, me too, actually.
I like Game of Thrones. That's a good one. When I want to laugh, I like Seinfeld. Yeah, good question.
That's all? And is there anything else?
Yeah, probably a few more TV shows and movies. I like
Yeah, but I have done the whole thing of what the name, like Game of Thrones. I have done it. I've watched it all.
Oh, you've watched it before?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, it's a great show. Oftentimes, I feel like, for me, if I want to relax, take it easy, sometimes I will watch a show more than once. I'll rewatch it.
Yeah, I understand.
I already know that I'll like it, so it's another way just to relax and not be too stressed.
But this way, I feel like I'm not seeing something that I have never seen before. Like once I'm watching the movie or the TV show for the first time, it's different, completely different.
I would agree with you. Definitely a different experience, first time for everything.
Yeah, that's. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, guys. How are we on? Okay. Again, guys, I would really like to thank you. This was my first opportunity to work with you guys in the free English conversation class. I'm looking forward to the following weeks, and we'll talk about a lot more interesting topics. Thank you, guys. We're proud of you, just like from the PowerPoint, and keep trying. That's the battle. Patience, consistency, and we'll make it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.